I'd like to talk to you. Hey, you feeling all right? Honestly, been better. Yeah. I need to replenish my electrolytes. Would be easier if we had any isotonics left in the storage room. Someone must have got to them first. Hey there. You wanted to talk about something? Yeah. I've been thinking about the branching thing. It's so confusing. Tell me about it. I mean, remember how I told you about my body? The one I know versus this one? Well, I don't get it. Why is it exactly that we're created with different minds, like, different beverages or snacks, but then we all end up in the same packaging? It doesn't make much sense. Huh. I guess the technology isn't quite there yet. Maybe recreating a body different than the original is just complicated. I mean, all the medical issues, the rate of cell aging, that kind of stuff. To be honest, I don't know shit about how this thing works. Well, it would feel good to be compatible with my outside wrapping. Huh. I never looked at it that way. I know, and honestly, I find it a little hard to understand. I mean, how can you be so careless about your body? It's the only one you'll ever have, man. Why'd you let it become so neglected? I guess I just had more important things to do. Studying, settling down, buying a house. Funny. Now that I look at it, you probably didn't have my motivation. Which was? Well, for me, it all started when I moved abroad. After Mom died, I decided to stay there, and for a while it was pretty lonely out there. Didn't you have friends? Not at first, no. You could laugh, but I was a little apprehensive to jump into a new environment. It was just work and sleep, and some bad eating habits. So that's when you started working out. Out of boredom at first. Then, kind of became a fun thing. I made friends, started going out a lot, but by that time, the gym had become an important part of my routine. I drank less, slept better, and it just made me feel in control of my life, I get you. Now that you've told me the whole story. Thanks. Maybe if I could get back to my routine here, at least in some way, it could really help me shake off all this anxiety. I'd probably sleep better, feel more like me. Do you think there's a chance you could help me get my hands on some exercise equipment here? I don't know. Let me think about it, okay? Sure. Thanks, bro. I appreciate that, and I really feel it could make a difference. We won't be efficient if we die of irradiation. Seriously?
Resolve this. Am I needed there? Hey man, want me to lend a hand with this?
What is this? A new anomaly?
Hey, you feeling all right? I think my metabolism of glucose might have been affected. I'm finding it hard to concentrate. That's exactly what I feared. This party was premature. Hey, I took a closer look at our obstacle. It looks like something is distorting the gravity field around here. Good thing our base stopped, or we'd just be floating around in the air like those rocks. Amazing. The sheer scale of it. I wonder if it's related to the interval. Yeah, this planet, so full of mysteries. It's almost a shame we need to get out of here in a hurry. I can take the pressure, don't worry. But we can't expect to deal with a problem if we don't understand it properly. How do you suggest we go about it? We'll need to start by collecting more data about the field distortion characteristics. The base should have blueprints for a device called a gravity sensor. Once you craft it, it needs to be placed somewhere high to cover as much ground as possible. We're in a canyon, right? So maybe a ledge somewhere high up would be good. I'll mark potential spots on your map. Okay, I'm on it. You're never gonna believe what I found. Let me guess. A time-distorting anomaly? What? How did you know? Well, considering the presence of this huge gravitational anomaly in this area and Frankov's calculations, I expected you to stumble upon one sooner or later. As you know, differences in gravitational potentials create the effect of time dilation. So, I just connected the dots. You could have done it as well, had you taken the time to stop and think. Ever heard of smartest in the room syndrome?
No need to get upset, Jan. Just tell me more about the distortion.
Well, when I got inside this thing, it just, slowed me down while...
All around you, time seemed to speed up?
Yeah.
What a discovery, Jan. This is just getting more and more fascinating.
Well, it's pretty hard to get rid of. The closer I get to its core, the more time I lose on the outside.
Yes, but you're also approaching the center of its gravity, which means that the core should slow down and be an easier target.
Huh. Interesting. I'll think about that. Thanks.
Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next? All done. Should I take care of this now?
This anomaly. I haven't seen them behave like this.
Could you check if we still got some storage space? Looks like I'm done. Should I go there next?
Hey, what's the matter?
I was wondering, is it just me, or do you have it too?
Have what?
A splitting headache that won't go away no matter what I do. And a bad stomach too. Ever since that damn party.
That's worrying. A regular hangover should have gone away by now.
Yeah. Got me thinking, maybe the booze was spoiled? We never checked its expiry date. Could have mold in it or some bacteria.
Okay, man. Just take it easy for now and don't forget to hydrate properly.
Yeah, don't worry. I won't be slowing you down. Even Molly's not there for me when I need her. Look at her, sulking in her little space. I hope none of those idiots plied her with that rotten stuff.
I heard something broke in the dormitory and you're not feeling well.
Yeah, man. There are simpler ways to kill a man quietly, you know.
What do you mean?
The AC started spitting smoke. You could have fixed it earlier.
Don't tell the others, but it's all part of a training program preparing us to work in extreme conditions.
Wait, what?
I'm kidding.
Oh man, you got me there. So much stuff you need to take on exploration. Batteries, drills, and all that preparation must feel like a second job.
I discovered something new. An anomaly that seemed to be pulsating.
Pulsating, as in shrinking and expanding.
Yeah, and it seemed to have two cores inside.
Very interesting. Thank you for bringing this observation to me. I suppose destroying it will be easier if you time your movement accordingly to the pattern in which it pulsates?
Huh. I'll keep that in mind. Thanks.
I stand by my word.
Functionality manual. User detected. The evacuation procedure.
I knew there was something wrong with her. I saw it. And I didn't do anything. Wait, what the hell happened to her? What does it look like? She's gone. Molly's gone.
What? But why? I mean, no, that's not possible.
There was never any problem with her.
I came to see her like I did every day, and she was just lying motionless, cold and stiff. That's just unthinkable. Such an innocent little being.
At least her life had meaning. She will be remembered as the first living organism ever to be created with the use of rubidium.
Now it's just us.
She was our loyal companion on this journey. Let's at least honor her with a moment's silence.
Here, here.
Should I remind you that we are in the kitchen? The place where food is prepared? The longer Molly is lying around in here, the higher the risk of contamination.
Shouldn't we be worried about the contamination that might have ended her?
Let's just decide what to do quickly and get back to work. This is taking too much time.
You know what's the best thing about sheep? They're humble and simple. I don't think Molly would want us to make a fuss over her. I can tell you how I like to go, with fireworks.
Still, we are talking about corporate property here. I say we put her in the freezer and take her back to Earth. Ally Corp scientists might be interested in her. But it's your call, Jan. You're the captain. What do you think?
Let's pack her up for the journey home and see if any of us make it. No. We can't do that.
What? Why not?
Don't you all remember what they said at training? If any member of the crew dies for an unknown reason, it is the duty of the scientist on board to carry out a post-mortem without delay.
Member of the crew?
She was a live being, and her cause of death is unknown. We should find out what really happened. We owe it to her, and to ourselves.
And it's a mandatory procedure. Let's do it. Let's perform an autopsy and see what we can find out.
All right. I won't argue with procedures.
I have something for you. The exercise equipment you asked for.
Really? Wow, thanks. I wasn't sure you'd find the time. Can't wait to try these babies out.